on the channel, we're riding that astral plane with the Astral Projection Super 7 Ultimate Lion-O.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Super 7 Ultimate unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we're back at it with the Thundercats Ultimates, this time with the Astral Projection Lion-O. But for all your Lion-O needs and a whole lot more, hit up Entertainment Earth, use the link in the description down below to support the channel. You guys know how it goes by now, and you know how we're going to do this review by now. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And a lot to talk about here is we don't get so many Super 7 Ultimates on the channel very often anymore. We haven't heard much about the Turtles, haven't heard much about Thundercats, heard nothing about G.I. Joe and Transformers. Feels like the reign's been pulled in a little bit at Super 7 as far as Ultimates go. And where's that red laser Super 7 G.I. Joe 1? Man, oh man, I missed that one. My Walmart order did get canceled on that. I have not picked that up yet. Now it's sky high. What are we doing? Let's get that back out there, Super 7. But the Ultimates seemingly reined in a little bit. Hopefully we get some announcements soon. As we know, there was nothing at San Diego Comic-Con. So where we go from here, we're not exactly sure. I hope they just don't start dialing in on reaction and t-shirts and clothing and other things like that. Because we need some Ultimate figures and we need to keep going with the Thundercats. Apparently we're going to get more. We'll just have to wait and see a little bit. But this one, we didn't have to wait too long and see. As many people do remember what's time, once again, was it 2 years ago? This was solicited by, of course, Super 7. Part of the tier unlockables with the Cats layer. Unfortunately, we didn't sell enough Cats layers to get this figure, but what do you know, here a couple years later, we're getting this figure. Almost makes you wonder if they had it in production, we're gonna put it in there, and they said, well, we gotta do something with these figures, let's wait a while and let's put it out. I don't know, I'm just guessing right here, but things lead me to believe that because we got the slip cover with this one where most Super 7 Ultimates do not come with slip covers anymore. So it makes you think they designed this back with the Cats layer and just had it sit in a warehouse or almost done in production. They said, all right, now let's sell this one. Enough time has passed. I don't know. Somebody call Ventura. That's what we'll say. But of course, let's dive into it. We got the Thundercats slipcase cover there looking good. Cats logo looking nice. We're ready to surf that astral plane. Nothing on the sides of the package. Thundercats logo right there. Give it the old heave-ho. See you later, goodbye. And there he is, old Lion-O. We've had a heck of a lot of Lion-Os over the last 5+ years at this point with this Thundercats line. A lot of different versions, of course, the latest being this Astral Projection version. It'll go great with the Mum-Ra we unboxed, I don't know, 6 months ago or so on the channel as well. Kind of pair those two up together. Ultimates, Thundercats, Lion-O, Astral Projection. Nothing on the sides, but we do get a little bit of a blurb. Let's see what it says about our old friend Lion-O. Lord of the Thundercats, Lion-O is a cunning leader known for his great strength and agility. He wields power with the magical airship of his forefathers, the Sword of Omens, which allow him to see faraway lands and to contact the Thundercats when there is impending danger. Although Lion-O is a ruler, he is a child in a man's body, much like Duke from G.I. Joe. I think it's a classic there. Constantly challenged to grow in moral strength through the code of Thundera, justice, truth, honor, and loyalty, and Lion-O always succeeds. And that's what sets him apart, of course, of G.I. Joe's Duke, who doesn't follow any kind of code except for where can I get paid and what can this do for me? Look at that. I like that background there. That's pretty cool. But that's Duke for you in a nutshell, as you guys all know. I'm preaching to the choir here. I know how it goes. Plastic Lion-O Astral Projection Prison. Going to take this offline, get him out of the package. We'll be back talking all things Gummy Bear Lion-O. All right, we're going to ride that astral plane like the Moody Blues back in the late 60s. You remember that Mike Pinder on keys? Oh, man, what an all-timer there was right there. But we're going to dive into it. We're going to start it off with a little Lion-O hand division here. And we got 2 fists of Astral Plane Fury right here. Clear, translucent plastic. I'm here for that. Looking very good. Fist. We get 2 gripping hands, and we also get gripping hands out of the package. And I think the difference is in the hinges. Yep, you get the side-to-side out of the package, up and down hinges right here. And then last but not least, you get the maniacal hands right here. He's going to claw your face and claw your eyes out hands is what you get with that one. So choose your hand adventure. We know how that goes by now, but good looking hand divisions here for old Lion-O. But now going into the weapons here, the Sword of Omens. You like the short sword, you like the long sword. You know, Todd, I'm a long swordsman, you're a short swordsman, so it's perfect. There's one for each of us over here. But we do get the Sword of Omens ready to go in another clear translucent plastic, looking good. You're on the astral projection, you're riding the astral plane. You got to be able to defend yourself. And speaking of defense, we get 3 claw shields this go around. Now, 2 of them are like traditional hands. You unplug the hand here and you slide it in. You got a claw hand. You got a Fist of Fury hand, looking very nice here. The other hand here is the one you could store the little Sword of Omens in. Put this on his hip, put it off to the side there. Once again, yellow translucent plastic. A little bit gummy, like a young gummy bear or gummy worms or something. But you do got a little bit of give to this, a little bit of give there. But it does look nice. I like the translucent pea yellow color. Oh man, somebody's dehydrated on the astral plane. But it does look good. And you got the jewels there in the knuckles. So those look good. Choose your claw shield adventure. Now we're diving into Lion-O, and man, he is got a little bit of give to him. There's a little bit of stickiness to it. These really could double as gummy bears. Be careful around small children. They might try to eat one of these guys. But we do get 3 heads for Lion-O here, right out of the package. Very stoic. Middle of the road head on here. And I love a little middle of the road head. You know that, Todd. And that's what we got right here with Lion-O. Got that fiery red hair that almost looks like fire with the translucent plastic. Second head, he's angry. He's angry on that astral plane. Got those teeth glaring there. Got the white teeth, though. Got the eyes. And then once again, you get the very gummy-like hair on him here. Almost sticky, or it's greasy, oily, something like that. Third and final head right here. I don't know what's going on. This is Bell's palsy stroke face Lion-O, I guess. He's got a little bit of side going on there, and he's got a little bit of an open mouth. I don't know if mine's just painted a little bit strange. I don't know. That is a strange look for this one here. So I'm probably going to use the latter. I don't know. I'm definitely not using this one. It's going to be between the other two. I'm going to have to figure that one out. So choose your own head adventure, of course. Any head's good head, though, right, Todd? That's what you always say to me. But we'll stick with the stoic one for right now. Besides that, it is typical sizing Lion-O. This is what we've had from Super 7 Ultimates in many different versions over the last couple of years, as we mentioned earlier. But I do like the translucent plastic as a whole on this, where you get white clear up here to a yellow to a blue. Just very cool, and it does stand out. Instead of being totally clear like the clear Tigra we got, maybe, this one's got different colors going on. I do like the Thundercats belt with the Thundercats logo there to add a little extra oomph to the thing, I would say, with that there. He does got the vest over the top in the blue, as I mentioned, and you can see through. If you really look at it, you can see through into the joints and stuff and what's going on and the internal mechanisms on this Lion-O here. But man, he does look good, I will say that. Now, articulation, head, back, forth, side to side, up and down, head removable, arms all the way around, a little bit of bicep cut there, single jointed elbows, no side to side to write home about, hands back and forth, side to side, removable, ab crunch plus waist articulation. Got those splits, kind of. A little bit of movement right there. Your typical Super 7 articulation. Single jointed knee, doing what it does. And then boot cut, and then ankles back and forth, side to side. Now, whenever we're dealing with translucent plastic, I always like to mention that you got to be careful, because historically, translucent plastic has been brittle and has been known to break and crack on you. There's been a lot of advances in technology with translucent plastic over the last couple of years, so I'm hoping there's no issues here, but you never know. I'm always a little extra careful with my translucent figures. Nothing worse than a broken figure, especially an out-of-print expensive figure like this one, I guess, Lion-O. And he does fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Not a bad piece of business, but let's be honest, not everybody needs this in their collection. They need a standard Lion-O, a leader Lion-O. It depends how big you are into the Thundercats if you really need to get the Astral projection, as there's been a lot of different versions. Before this, I think the light-up eye version was the last one. Like I said, a lot of versions of Lion-O. Not everybody needs all these Lion-O figures. I totally get that, and it's really up to you. Have to imagine this one made in a little bit smaller numbers, though, just because, that said, not everybody needs this, and they're smart enough to know not everybody needs this. So you think they would make less quantities. I guess we'll see in the future. But there's Lion-O, and of course, I do got the Mum-Ra, which we unboxed a long time ago on the channel, that goes with him. These two are going to fight throughout the astral plane, I guess, is what they're going to end up doing. but not a bad piece of business for old Mumra. And just like Lion-O, we got a lot of different versions of Mumras over the last 5 years or so, whatever time is once again. But very cool to have these guys to go together. And you can take it one step further if you want to. You can throw in some translucent Ghost Ninja Turtles if you want to add to your collection right here. Get old Raphael, get Donatello, and don't forget Leonardo. And you can have them with the Ghost Brothers. They could all be surfing the astral plane together. Who knows? You can choose your own adventure. That's kind of fun thing with a lot of action figures. You don't have to just have a Thundercat shelf. It could be an all things superhero shelf, an all things translucent plastic shelf. As I say, choose your own adventure once again. But there it is, Lion-O Super 7 Ultimate Astral Projection Surfing the Astral Plane Edition. What's your guys' thoughts on this one? Worth the pickup for you? Long game, no game, hard pass game? Not so sure game? I'm already on the astral plane game. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you. Of course, Patreon and YouTube channel memberships. Over there, you get both channels' videos early. You get glamour shots, you get Q&As, you get pizza reviews, you get all kinds of stuff over there. And you do support the channel. You also get early editions to my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available wherever podcasts are found each and every single Tuesday with bonus video cast on YouTube, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. So for Astral Projection Lion-O, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?